All right, welcome everybody to the Fit Warriors team call. For those of you that don't know me, but I think all of you do, I'm Amanda Huber. I am a two-star diamond Beachbody coach. I have been a coach for 3.5 years. I'm the founder of this team, and we have calls every single Monday. So mark Mondays out on your calendar. Every week is something a little bit different. I may be changing things up a little bit next month. I may change that first Monday. Right now, the first Monday is like new coach, but we haven't really been using it as new coach. So I may turn that into like guest speaker. So we'll see. I'm thinking that went through. But anywho, the fourth Monday, which is today, is strictly the Fit Warriors team downline. So any of my personally sponsored, and then their coaches and their coaches and their coaches. So if you have somebody on your team that has not been on this call before, please invite them. They're always welcome to any of the calls actually on Mondays. So on the second Monday, we have the Goal Getters call. And on the third Monday, we typically run a live power hour. Sometimes just the Fit Warriors downline. Sometimes it's the whole big team under Lindsay. So the Goal Getters downline. If you don't know what I'm talking about with the whole downline thing, ask your coach so that they can explain it a little bit better. But basically, think of it like mom, grandma, great-grandma, etc. If I'm your personally sponsored coach, then I would be, say, your mom, okay? And Vicky, for example, is Megan's personally sponsored coach. So I'm Vicky's grandma because Megan is my personally sponsored coach. And Melissa's like, I think I'm like her great or great grandma. And Michelle, I'm your grandma because Sheila is my personally sponsored. So I think you're under Sheila, right? I don't know. I think she's frozen again. So yeah. I am going to mute everybody because I didn't do that before I got started. I think most people are muted anyways. But today I wanted to talk about Summit. So many of us just got back from Summit 2 weeks ago. God, was it 2 weeks? A week ago. Okay, yes, a week ago. Sorry. 1 week ago, we got back from Summit and everyone is just super charged up, excited. Beachbody ran the team surge on Wednesday. Everyone's excited for Shift Shop. Just everything that's happening in the next few months. It's just super exciting. So I kind of wanted to go through my Summit notes and then maybe Vicky can share some of her takeaways for those of you that were not able to attend Summit. I arrived at Summit on Wednesday night, and on Thursday I was able to go to an event put on by a couple of the top coaches called The Power of I Am. And they had some guest speakers and then some top coaches speak, even some newer coaches speak, and really some just good nuggets of information that I just kind of wanted to share with you guys. The first person that they had speak was the author of The Girl Code. It's not a book that I have read, but it is something that you might want to put on your book list. The author is Cara Elwell Leba, and she was there. And basically, she's just all about like girl power, freaking take control of your life. And so some of the things that I took away from her was nobody knows, she said, literally. And she's like an author, you guys. She was like, nobody knows what the hell they're doing. They're just freaking doing stuff. Like literally, like she's an author. She's like, I don't know what the hell I'm doing. Like really, she's becoming an expert as she goes. Like she's talked about the 1 million failures that she's been to. And, she didn't get her book published the first few times that had gone to a publisher. And like, things don't just happen. Michelle keeps freezing, by the way, Sheila. So she might have jumped off and she's going to try to jump back on, I think is the problem. So you might want to message her. But I just it just kind of resonated with me. Like these top coaches, and really that was the message all weekend, is these top coaches are struggling just like we are freaking struggling. Like nobody really knows what the hell we're doing. We're just trying to like make it happen and help people as much as we can, help as many people as we can live this awesome life, right? But like and we're trying to put systems in place and make things work and make things better. But don't think that like I know more than you, or that Melanie Mitro knows, like has some secret, because there isn't a secret. And I think that was just the biggest message the whole time at Summit, was that there isn't a secret sauce. There isn't just this like thing that's just going to automatically one day click. You've got to do your vitals. You got to keep going. Another thing just a few things that she said was always comment back on every comment on every post on Facebook or Instagram or wherever you are posting on social media. If someone comments on one of your Snapchats, they send you a message, make sure you send them back something. Even if they just send you a heart, like send them something back. Like you want that engagement. You want that interaction with your audience. You want to, keep them coming back to you as well. So always make sure that you comment, which I thought was cool, like from a top author, like that she does that herself, right? And then another thing that really struck home was because we all struggle with objections, and like it's so hard. Everybody wants to know how to handle objections. And the biggest takeaway was rejection is redirection. If you are rejected, like she said, she was rejected from some book that she was trying to get published. There was a reason, and it redirected her down a different path. So where you're being redirected, where are you being redirected, and what are you going to do with it? So say you're rejected from, I don't know, if somebody rejects your invite, right? Okay, well, maybe they don't need that right now, but maybe they need something else. Maybe they just need you as a friend. Maybe they need anything, right? Think about where that's going to take you and where that rejection is going to redirect you. So I just thought that was cool. Then they had a couple top coaches, Tara Bilek, and there was another one too. Megan Tucker. I don't know. I just like the people's names because then I like to look them up and see what their story is, right? But Tara Bilek, basically her dad passed away last year, and she had a really, 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 really hard time going through it. And she found the Miracle Morning, which if any of you know anything about the Miracle Morning, it's something that I live by since I read the book last year. There have been times that I have not lived by it, but it has been a part of my routine again since I started working full time last week. Well, I guess before that, but really last week it started to get my routine again. So every morning, so the Miracle Morning, there is an acronym called SAVERS, SAVERS. S stands for silence. So the first thing you do when you wake up, spend some time in silence, whether that's praying, whether that's just kind of thinking about your day in a positive way, putting positive thoughts into your head, not jumping right on your phone and checking your notifications and checking your text messages. One thing I do is I have the Jesus Calling app. So the first thing I do is read my Jesus Calling, devotion for the day. That's the first thing I do when I wake up. And then the A in Savers stands for affirmations. I have an app called Think Up. I know I've talked about this before, but you can record your affirmations and then every day play them back to yourself. So every morning as I'm kind of getting dressed for my workout and washing my face and brushing my teeth and all those things, I'm playing my affirmations. And as long as it takes me to get ready, they're just replaying over and over and over and over and over. So it's automatically first thing in the morning, putting those positive thoughts into my mind. And then I come out here and I'm going to grab all my books. And I have a stack of reading and journaling and things that I do. So I read from Wake Up to the Word, another devotion for the day. It's just, again, putting positive things into my mind. I read one chapter from the Bible, and then I try to take just a little bit of a notes from what I'm reading, just something that kind of sticks with me from the day. Right now I'm reading Proverbs. And then I journal, and I just do literally just one page in my notebook every morning, just something from the day before, just kind of thoughts, just to get things out. Because sometimes, I can literally, now that I have a roommate, it's a little bit better, but I could have before that, I could go like days without talking to people. So this kind of makes me feel like I'm talking to somebody. So like, it's just kind of journaling and getting your thoughts out, whether they're positive thoughts, maybe they're negative thoughts that morning. You just need to freaking get them down on paper so that they're out of your head and out of your mind. Just get some sort of journal. And then I've also been, Lindsay got me this awesome journal, but I haven't gotten to the journaling part yet, but it's called Eat Pretty, Live Well. And I'm pretty sure she got it at Target. It's pretty, I'm just reading the beginning is all about eating pretty. Apparently there's a book, Eat Pretty, I think it's called. I don't really know. But eventually it will get to a journal, and it's just really good information. So some more reading. But again, back to savers. So the reading is the R, and the last S is scribing. And the ones I didn't do yet were visioning and exercise. So visioning kind of happens throughout. That's my niece, everybody. Isn't she adorable? Hi, Nora. The visioning kind of for me happens kind of throughout the morning. And then, hi, Susan. And then the E is exercise. So after I do my reading, I actually drink my Energize as I'm doing my reading and my journaling. And then I do my workout. And then I throw a podcast in my ears just to tell you kind of what my routine is. This is my miracle morning. I throw a podcast in my ears, I grab a coffee, and I go for a walk. So if you follow me on Snapchat or Insta stories, you know about my coffee walks. And then I come back and I read my PD with my Shakeology. And then I finally start working. So like my morning routine is long, but I am now working from home full time. So I'm able to spend 2 hours doing that. You probably don't have that much time. I did not have that much time. I spent a half an hour on kind of this reading and journaling. And then I did my workout, and then I had to get ready and go to work. But on my way to work, I would listen to a podcast. So that was kind of my PD for the morning. So you kind of have to figure out what your miracle morning looks like. But the important things are to get in that kind of silent time, that those affirmations, they help so much if you can just put those positive thoughts, those things that are going to keep you moving every single day into your head. You can vision, she's killing me. If you could visualize kind of your future, what you want, if you can think of that every single morning, it's going to help the rest of your day. Get that exercise in every morning. If you can't get it in the morning, although I highly suggest you do, because it honestly helps your day. I know for many, it's not as easy to get it done first thing in the morning, or you already have to get up at 5 in the morning for work. So getting up at 4:30 sounds really crazy, but it seriously would help so much. It helped me tremendously. I did not want to start getting up at 4:30 in the morning when I had to, when I was still working. But I saw the benefits once I started doing it, and it was great. So that was the E. And then the R is reading. So get some sort of reading done. If you can't get the reading in, at least get listening to a podcast or listening to an audio book, kind of maybe on the way to work or at your desk at work, depending on what kind of job you do. And then the S is scribing. So do some sort of journaling, tracking of some sort, maybe whatever it is that's going to make you feel good and accomplished in the morning. Maybe when you first start a miracle morning, it is not all 6 of those. Maybe you can get the silence, the affirmations, and the exercising in. Like start small. And Tara even talked about this when she was talking about her miracle morning, because she started a group of other people who also wanted to start getting up earlier and start doing a miracle morning on the regular. And she said, well, I had people start small, like just start with the silence in the morning, wake up 5 minutes earlier. And then they'd see other people doing 2 things and getting up 10 minutes earlier. And so then they wanted to get up 10 minutes earlier. So maybe you just start small and start with 5 and then go up to 10 and then go up to 15 until you have enough time in the morning to get all of your things done and feel good. Yeah, it's a really good idea for a free group is to do some sort of, whether it's miracle morning, whatever you want to do. You could read the book with them, or maybe there's a lot of people that have already read the book and just want to do that. You can maybe they don't have to read the book. You can give them the Cliff Notes version like I just did. And then they can kind of do that with you. So that definitely is a good idea for a free group. Something that maybe we can partner on, Sheila. But also another thing that she said that I thought was awesome was as coaches, we're supposed to be overcomers. Like that's what we do, right? Like we overcome a lot of things. We've overcome this mindset crap, maybe not all of it. Okay. We're supposed to be overcomers, but that doesn't mean that we're supposed to be perfect. And I think sometimes we all get in our heads and it's like, oh, I gotta show them that I can do this, right? No, nobody wants somebody that's perfect as their coach, number one. And number two, like you just have to show that you can overcome something that maybe you were blocked with before. So for those of you that jumped on late, I'm kind of going through all of my notes from Summit. I kind of rewrote them out before the call, and now I'm kind of going through them. I'm talking about the event that I went to on Thursday morning called The Power of I Am first. And the next thing was that they had an elite panel. And again, like I said earlier, the message of the weekend was that everyone's kind of in this weird place and everyone's kind of struggling. And if you had been to summits prior to this year and then you were there this year, you noticed a difference in there weren't as many rank advancements, high rank advancements. And there are things that have gotten in the way. Those top coaches have struggled a lot with, there's my roommate in her towel. Just kidding. Those top coaches have seriously struggled with some of their top coaches leaving to go to the stinking wine business. So they struggled a lot, and I'm going to share a little bit more about that later. But basically the elites talked about that you have seasons in your business, and we know that, and I know this, and I have been in the business for 3.5 years, almost 4. In November, it'll be 4. And I've had really, really good times and really, really bad times. Some of it has been my own fault, just because basically I just got out of a really weird season, right? With all my transition of moving and quitting my job and kind of getting settled out here and vacationing for a month and like craziness. But one thing never stopped was my drive to continue. I worked out almost every day continuously. Was my nutrition on point? No. Did I consistently hit Success Club every month? Yes, which meant that I was consistently continuing to talk to people and help people. And that's because I was consistently doing those things. I was still posting and not letting that transition and all the crap that I was going through, not letting that become an excuse that, oh, I can't do this. I can't do that. I'm not going to do that. I've hit Success Club for 42 months. I was not going to let that slide, right? So, and I really had a lot of, people who were just coming from, I'm talking to people now who have probably followed me for 3 years that are finally jumping in with a challenge pack, right? So you never, ever know. They also talked about giving yourself grace. And that was something that I talked about a lot over the last 3 months, was that I'm giving myself grace right now. It's okay. I will get back on track. I will get back into a new routine. I don't have a routine right now. I'm just kind of flying by the seat of my pants. That was then. Now I finally am getting into a routine, which is good. But you have to give yourself grace during kind of those hard times. One, like for Melissa, she just had a baby not that long ago, and she's trying to be a mom and like trying to run this business, and it's not easy, right? I'm sure I don't have kids, but I know. And same thing with Sheila. She's got 2 kids, and like everyone has stuff in their life that's going on, right? I have a busy social life. I don't know. That's about all I got. And so I just you have to give yourself grace and don't put so much pressure on yourself. Life doesn't play favorites. We all have, that was another message that the elites were talking about. We all have to work hard. You can be one of those elite top coaches too. You just have to work at it. Also, what I really liked, they said, you don't have to be in hustle mode to make an intentional impact. I feel like many think that they have to work, and message 50 people a day or however many people a day you want to message, but you're just like copying and pasting and you're not actually connecting with people. So that's really, you're wasting your time. Like, the importance is to connect with people, not just send a million invites to send a million invites. I don't care what you've heard otherwise. I just think that it is better and more important for you to be intentional with your invites and invite when it feels right. And you don't have to just be in that like hustle mode. Like, I got to work. I got to send all these messages. I got to do all this work and be crazy about it when it's not actually going to make any impact for you. Some of you may have already seen that in your own business. Like, if you're just sending random messages to random people and you're not getting anything out of it, that's not going to help. This business is like motherhood. You can't just not show up. So you have to show up and you have to do the vitals, right? You have to be a product of the product. You do have to invite, but you want it to be intentional and you want it to have purpose behind it. You want it to be for them, not for you, right? You have to do your PD because we know that that's what keeps us positive and keeps us going and keeps us wanting to talk to others and help others. And then you want to and then you have to recognize your challengers, recognize the coaches on your team, recognize any of the coaches within this team. You see somebody rocking a post, rocking anything, recognize them. Whether you just send them a message or you recognize them publicly, start recognizing people more often. So you have to show up and you just have to do those things. That's that simple. And the last thing that I wrote down that they said was, it's not an easier life, but it makes me be able to handle my life no matter what comes my way. So being a coach and having all these routines and these things that we do, right? I don't think that I have an easier life, but I think that I can overcome things and that I can handle anything that comes my way. And that's because I've gone through a lot of personal development. I have not always been this way. I've done a lot of things just to kind of help me. I found God. I found like lots of things. So hasn't always been this way, but there are things that you can do to help. Janelle Summers talked about all her failures. So if you don't know Janelle Summers, she's like one of the first coaches. She's within our downline. So Christine Dwyer is our highest person. She's one of the first coaches. Janelle Summers is one of hers. And Janelle Summers is Chalene Johnson's sister, if you did not know that. But basically she went through like her top 10 list of stupid things that she's done in this business. So they were kind of just funny, stupid stuff. She's like, I ran an hour training call on mute because they didn't know. Like, stupid, like, we all make stupid mistakes. She's like, I'm no different than you, like, stupid. But one thing that, her message was that you have to develop a high tolerance for the unknown, for crap that gets in your way, for stuff that, that is going to, just get under your skin. It's going to. Like, if you guys saw Lindsay's Snapchat today, did any of you see it? About the girl who made a comment about her belly? I don't know. It's just funny. It was funny, but like, that could have like put her in a really bad place, but she knows better now. And she's like, who cares? This girl's stupid. I'm just going to defriend her. So if you haven't seen it, go watch Lindsay's Snap. It was pretty funny. Emily Kirby and Angie Belmar. So Angie Belmar is a top 10 coach this year. Both of their Instagram pages are really good if you check them out. But basically, they were talking about being your own brand, not leading with the product, which I know I've talked about a lot and I'm going to continue to talk about throughout. But they gave a few good apps for pics because if you go to their Instagram pages, it looks like every photo is a professional photo. I don't know if it is. It could be. They look very professional, like on a professional camera. But they did give a few app recommendations that I never used before. One was Pick Tap Go, and I'll type it in the chat too, so you can see how they're spelled. Pick Tap Go, VSCO Cam, and Facetune. I think Pick Tap Go and VSCO Cam, both of those they basically shared, especially if you're going to be doing Instagram more, then you want your photos to kind of use the same filter. So you can kind of set a template, basically a filter template that you are going to always use, and you're always going to filter your photo through that template. I believe you can do it on both those top ones. And then Facetune is like to cover up the zit on my face or like different stuff like that. Because sometimes, let's face it, you just got to do it. That was all that I got out of. I had to leave early for the Power of I Am, and I was really mad because I really wanted to see Josh Coates. He's just a good dude. I don't even know what he does. He's just a social media guy, and has good tips, and he helps a lot of he's not a Beachbody coach. He helps a lot of Beachbody coaches. So I'm hoping, I have not found it yet, or I haven't really looked actually, but I'm hoping I can find it on YouTube, and hopefully when I do find it, I will share it with you guys. But we left early because the Dream Extreme Party was happening at the same time, and I hadn't seen anybody from the team yet. So I just wanted to get there and see everybody. And it was a lot of fun. We got pictures with Channing. Not really, not the real Channing. I wish. So then we went to the opening celebration that night, and Mindy Wender spoke, and she, again, is another top coach, and her message was, believe like a Cubs fan. So again, this whole thing that like people are leaving and there's all this stuff and people are leaving Beachbody for other network marketing companies and blah, blah, blah. And it's because they don't believe in themselves and they don't believe in the message that Beachbody brings, right? Like, I think if they were at Summit and those of us that were at Summit got the message that Beachbody is freaking amazing as a company. They support us. Their mission is huge. They want to just help everybody live a happier, healthier, fulfilling life. Like, literally, they really do. I mean, they're bringing, down to the kids now, they're bringing out the daily sunshine for the kids. And like, the things that they're doing to help us grow really are worth it. And another thing, some people are, again, it kind of Minnie's what message was about, she must have lost some coaches to the wine business. We're just going to say it. I don't care. Because they were like careful not to say it a lot at Summit, but we're going to say it here. Basically, she said, you're not at a disadvantage unless you think you are. So if you are telling yourself, oh, Sheila, I just noticed we have the same shirt on. If you are telling yourself that like, oh, I don't have this skill, or I can't do that, or I don't know how to do that, or this or that, then you're not going to be able to. You have to go into it with, I can learn this skill. I'm going to do this. I'm going to overcome this. All you have to do is continue to believe in yourself and believe in this business, believe in this company, believe in each other, and you will continue to succeed. Then Brendan Burchard came on, and he was amazing. And I got to hear him in that night, and then I got to hear him at the leadership training too. Or no, that he spoke in the morning, and then I got to hear him in the afternoon at the leadership training. So I'm going to share both messages with you. So his message to everyone at the big opening, or the big general session, I guess it was the 5 personal musts for motivation and success. And he is just awesome. Like, if you guys don't follow him on Facebook, you need to, because he posts like the best quotes every single day. Like, I just love him. And I met him in the elevator, and he was so nice. Him and his wife, they like talked to me the whole ride. They were so nice. But anyway, the first must is, I must raise my ambitions and refuse to settle. And the message behind this was, never limit your vision based on your past or your current situation. And it's something that really spoke to me. And I actually ended up putting it as my background on my phone that says, you are not limited by your past, raise your ambitions. Because something that I am working through is leaving a full-time career where I had a large income and I worked and had 3 masters to achieve. and walking away from that and doing this and following my passion. As much as I know this is where I need to be and what I need to be doing and where I, should be at this point in my life, there's still some like stuff back there, right? So that was something that I was just like, I just need to continue to know that I'm doing this the right thing, that I'm not settling for that crappy job that I was not happy at, and et cetera, et cetera. So you're not limited by whatever crap you've been through in the past or what you're currently going through. You can get over that, you can overcome it, and you can be more. Number 2 was, I must live each day with intention. What questions would you ask yourself at the end of your life to evaluate it? So that's something really profound to think about. Like, how would you evaluate your life? Like, at the end of your life, what questions would you ask yourself, and what would the answers be right now? Or what would you want them to be? So I thought that was really cool to think about. It's scary to think about because you don't want to think about the end of your life, but you want to, like, are you doing the things that you would want to answer those questions with? Number 3 was, I must no longer fear rejection. So again, rejection is just redirection. It's just redirecting you somewhere else. So you cannot fear rejection of anything, anybody, or any avenue that you're taking in your life. Number 4, I must jump in and face my fears. Listen to your fears. They're telling you something. They're telling you to do it. So if you're scared of it, you got to just do it. I know. Like going live or something. I'm not scared of that, but what am I scared of? Really nothing. Really just like getting stuff done because I have so much that I want to do now. Number 5, I must find something to fight for. So find something bigger to fight for every single day. So that it's kind of that bigger why, right? Like, why are you doing this? What are you doing it for? Then he talked at the leadership training, and he's coming out with a new book called The High Performance Habits. And there are 6 of them. So there are 3 personal habits and 3 social habits. And when the book comes out, I will highly recommend all of us to read it and hopefully read it together. But he did give us kind of a snapshot. But one thing that I thought was awesome was that, because confidence is a big thing that I like to talk about. And he said, confidence comes from competence. And competence comes from doing things over and over, even through failure. And that's so true. Like, the only way I've ever learned anything, like, you guys know I'm a tech queen, right? Like, I know all the tech stuff. I just figure it out. It's because I've figured it out, and I've just tried over and over and over, and I haven't been afraid to try something new because I was afraid of failing at it. I've just done it, and through doing it over and over and over, I've become competent, which then helps you gain confidence in that area. So leading a team call, right? Probably my first team call that I led, I was not as confident as I am leading a team call now and just talking to you guys. But you have to just do it. So if you're afraid to start leading a call, even if you have one person on your team, lead a team call. You got to just do it. Because the more you do it, the more confident you will become. But the 3 personal habits were seek clarity. So remember, these are the things that high performance, successful people do. They seek clarity. So they ask questions. They get feedback from their clients, their customers, their coaches. And that would be in our example, right? So you're getting feedback from the people that you're helping. And then you are making changes to what you do based on that feedback. So you're constantly asking questions. So that was the first one. The second one is generate energy. So high performance, successful people, they generate energy by releasing tension and setting intention. So some sort of meditation, the Miracle Morning would help generate energy in the morning. Like, it literally, if I do not do that in the morning, I can feel a different energy about my day. Like today, I didn't go for my coffee walk because I woke up at 8 and then I was did all my stuff that I said I normally do before my workout. I did my workout, and then I was dilly-dallying on social media rather than just like going for a walk right away like I normally would. And then it was too late, and I was like, I don't want to go for my walk now. I just want to jump into work. But then I jumped into my PD, and then I was tired, and then I relaxed. So like literally threw off my day because I did not continue in my routine. So literally like that miracle morning generates my energy for the whole day. The third one for under personal habits is they raise necessity. So what is necessary to do in this moment? Like that's the question you need to ask yourself when you like sit down to work every day. What is necessary to do first? So you can think of it in this way. Who needs me to be on my A game right now? Right? So like, do you need to check in with your challengers? Do you need to check in with your coaches? Do you need to invite people? Do you need like literally kind of think it all through and do that first? So you kind of raise that necessity. And then the social habits were increase productivity. So high performance people aren't afraid to use the word obsessed. Like you need to be obsessed with what you do. Some people are scared of that word obsessed because it's used in negative connotations. But literally, like if you're obsessed with and you like love what you do every day, you're going to want to do it. Even after long days of work and you don't want to sit down and take that hour to work your business, you have to be obsessed with it to want to do that, right? Like, don't be afraid of that word. Like, become obsessed. And whatever that is, maybe you like just love pouring into your challengers, then that's where your obsession needs to be right now. Pour into your challengers. If you love pouring into your coaches, pour into your coaches. And I mean, don't give up on your challengers. Don't leave them hanging, but like, you're going to put more energy there. Develop influence. Teach people how to think. This was really interesting. He said, literally say the words, think like this. So like, I need to tell you guys how to think. And that's something that I need to think through of how I want to do that. But like, when you're talking with your challengers, you want, that's something we can think about when we're generating our motivational posts. Like, hey, think about this today. Think like this. Think this positive thing. And then he also said with that one, challenge people. You need to give more, be more, serve more, love more, and do more, which I just love all of those. And then the third social habit was develop courage. Do people really know, so friends and family in your life, do people really know what you think, feel, want, and need? So like, are you really sharing that? Are you being transparent? Sheila's not taking notes. So yeah. So he was great. Again, like I could just listen to him all day long, but I'm really excited now that like I got that little snapshot of an hour of this. Like I'm really excited to get the book. And I definitely did not do it justice. Like he definitely shared it much better than I did. That was just quick. I could probably take pictures of all of my notes and share them. Lindsay Matway then got up. And again, so if you don't know Lindsay Matway, she was top coach before Melanie Mitchell became top coach. I think she was top coach either 1 or 2 years before Melanie was top coach the last 3 years or whatever. You can listen again. That's true, Vicki. But Lindsay Matway got up and she said the title of her presentation. So they had like a bunch of different top coaches get up and speak at this leadership event. And so hers was titled, and they got to speak on whatever they wanted, which was cool. Hers was titled The Elephant in the Room. And again, it was the wine business. And listen to this. Guess how many diamonds she lost? I mean, over her whole career. And she's been a coach, I think, for like 9 years. She has lost 67 diamonds. Like, I mean, she is a 15-star in multiple business centers. So imagine, and when you're a 15-star, that doesn't mean that you only have 15 diamonds in that business center. She might have more than that, but you cap out at 15, right? But she has lost 67 diamonds. I mean, these people have worked to diamond. which in the way we think of it, right? If you're trying to work for Diamond, you want this as a business, right? Like if you're not working towards Diamond, that's okay. Not everybody has to. But some people, but if you do, then you are wanting this business, most likely. Well, she has lost. Now, this is over her whole career. This wasn't just in the last year that this wine business came out. I don't know. People are selling wine. I don't know how you can go from selling health and fitness products to now selling wine. I don't understand. I just don't freaking get it. Like, doesn't it go back on everything you've just been doing for however many years you were a coach? It's weird. I'm friends with one person that left Beachbody for wine, and she was one of the. Here's the deal, because it's a new business. They're all in the top, and so they're making a lot of money right away. But it's gonna die out, just like LuLaRoe did, or is. That's another one. Like, come on, you can't invest $40 in yourself to start a Beachbody business, but you can invest $6,000 to start a LuLaRoe business. Don't even get me started. I don't freaking get it. And then people will spend money on that and not on themselves. Ugh, makes me sick. Anyway, Lindsay Matway basically was like, hey, I was top coach. I'm struggling too. I felt like, again, that was the message all weekend, that like these top freaking coaches that have been in business for a super long time are struggling because things change, times change, things that we do. Christine Dwyer, which I'll just jump to her. She was one of the other coaches that talked, and she, same thing, was like, social media is different. And hers kind of goes along with Chalene. Well, Chalene and Christine are really good friends, if you didn't know. So it all makes for obvious sense that Christine is also talking about kind of that the things I was posting on Facebook before are not the same things that are getting attraction and engagement today. Even things that I posted a year ago or 2 years ago. Like, it's not the same. Things are different. And if you go to the Fit Warriors page after this call, I just posted a video of a system that I kind of created called TIE, T-I-E, and it is social media content planning posting system. So the acronym TIE stands for Teach, Inspire, Entertain. And those are kind of the three things that you should focus on posting every day. At least one post that you are teaching something. So it's more of an informational post that you're trying to teach your audience something. People go to social media because they want to learn something, they want to be inspired, or they want to be entertained. They want to laugh at stupid cats farting. Right? Like, people like stuff like that. Like, it's dumb. My roommate's laughing at me because she watches videos of cats farting or stupid video. Like, it's true. Like, come on. So whether you entertain them with a stupid video that you're sharing, or you make a stupid video of yourself, or you just share something fun about your life, you're kind of still entertaining them. But you want to teach something every day, you want to inspire in some way, and you want to entertain in some way. What am I saying? I don't even know what I'm saying. I forget there's kids here. Oh, shoot. Sorry, Nora. Okay, so Christine Dwyer continued to talk about you just have to start doing things differently. Again, the same things that were happening. And I know we've talked about Avatar a lot, but some good questions that she shared that you can ask yourself is, who do you want to work with? Who do you not want to work with? What does your person think they need? So what does your avatar think they need? And what do you think they need that they don't know that they need? And what are the words that they use, that they say, that they think? So those might, oh, sorry, Susan. So those might be some good questions to help you kind of figure out who your avatar is if you're still struggling. Then we went to I think this is now the next day, and Shalene talked about her curiosity marketing. I know Sheila already went live in the Goal Getters about that. But you want people to be curious. You want people to ask you questions. Do not say the words Shift Shop in your post. If you go to any of my posts since Summit, you will not see the word Shakeology. You will not see the words Shift Shop. You will not see anything. And if somebody asks a question in the comment, I PM them the information. Why? Because if I say those words, they can Google it and go get it themselves. Okay? Like, it's true. I'm stopped doing it, and I have gotten questions like, what today? I posted my 1 week transformation, which was pretty great. I was really happy about it. I got inboxes. What are you doing? Because I didn't tell them what I was doing. I said I am working out for 25 minutes and I'm eating a balanced portion controlled meal plan. That could be anything. I mean, most people in my network know I'm a Beachbody coach, right? But I don't have to say it. I don't have to say it in every post. You want them to ask you questions. So you want to be, is she trying to FaceTime me? Sorry, Nora's trying to FaceTime me at the same time that we're on this call. After this call, Nora. But some of the things from Shalene, that was basically what she said, like, stop posting this stuff. I don't care what Jeff Hill says. Just kidding. That's basically what she said. But her first she gave 3 little words to live by. I don't know, phrases to live by. Borrowed words are for the birds. So stop following top coaches and copying and pasting and then trying to make it your own. Now, don't get me wrong. I used to do it too. Because you're getting ideas and you're like, oh, that's a really good idea. But is it really you? Like, would you really share it that way? Like, you really need to think about that. So borrowed words are for the birds. That's number 1. Number 2, don't tell me you're about to sell me. So don't go into this whole spiel about, I've got this product and this is awesome and Shift Shop's great and look at all these transformations. You can share some, like, don't go crazy over it, okay? Because it just looks like you're trying to sell something. You really want to share you. You want to teach people. You want to inspire people. You want to entertain people. Because you want them coming to you and being engaged in your posts and talking so that when they comment on your posts and then when you start making conversation with them, it's not weird. Because they don't think you're selling them anything. Because you're not. And number 3, likes wear thin, questions are for the win. Likes wear thin, questions are for the win, which I already said. So basically, people used to like, I got to get so many likes on this post. Oh my gosh, I got 200 likes. Woohoo! Yeah, great. But like, do people really care? Are they commenting? Are they asking you questions? Are they actually wondering what it is that you're doing? Do they want to join you? Or are they just liking it because it's easy to just hit like? Because it's easy to just hit like. And then she said, you don't need to be outstanding. You just need to stand out. Because if we all posted, Shift Shop's coming out tomorrow, and we all have the same friends, how are they going to choose who to go to? They're going to choose the person that stands out, the person that is sharing, that they relate to most, that they know your story, that they know what you do, that they know what you like, what you don't like. So share those things because you want to connect with your audience. So you need to find a way to stand out from all of us. And then Darren Hardy came on, and honestly, I love Darren. I get his morning messages every morning. I just was like, maybe I was tired. I don't know. Maybe he just wasn't engaging me as much. But I wrote down a few things, but the thing that I thought I'd share with you guys is that he said the pain of discipline weighs ounces, but the pain of regret weighs tons. So I know how hard it is to be disciplined. I'm a very disciplined person. So like once I say I'm going to do something, like no alcohol for 3 weeks, I do it no matter how hard it is. Like going out with my friends Saturday night, everyone's drinking, I'm not. It's fine. I can do it. I can still have a good time. But did I want to have a glass of rosé with everyone else? Yeah. But I made a decision and I'm disciplined enough to stick to it. And then seeing those results this morning, oh yeah, I'm sticking to it till the end. Because that was awesome. If you guys didn't see, I lost 5.4 pounds already and 7.5 inches already in 1 week. That is strictly nutrition. I will put it all to nutrition. And then you can see the changes in my pictures already, which was awesome. So I was real happy. And then I got to finally go to some of the workshops. And the first one was about developing leaders. I don't even know who was speaking. I forget. I didn't write down to tell you guys that one. Let me see. Nikki Whiting and Micah Folsom, which I really like Micah. I saw her at the New Leader Conference as well. But a lot of things that they talked about was creating a culture of belief, like within the team. So I'll kind of go on that right now. I'm going to be you'll see me posting a lot more in the Fit Warriors group. Again, I'm using the tie. So you're going to see me teaching you something, inspiring you. So those Dear You, Love Me. I'm creating 1 million of those posts. So you'll see one of those a day. And then entertain. So entertain is, I don't know how I'll entertain you. Maybe I'll just post something funny. So theirs was more about just kind of when you get to the leadership level, what you need to do, lean in when you feel like pulling back. It's all about your mindset. You're already a leader. Even if you have one coach or no coaches under you, you're already a leader. You need to act like a leader. Okay. The people are going to follow what you do, not what you say. Okay. Handling objections was Miguel Carusco and Julie Boris. And objections, Miguel just said, objections are opportunities to share your story. So whether it's your story or someone else's, someone gives you an objection, a money objection, a time objection, anything, come back to what you had to overcome. Because I'm sure you had to overcome a money objection, a money situation of some sort. Maybe it wasn't the initial cost. Maybe it was you didn't have money 3 months later to pay for Shakeology, or maybe you haven't been making as much as you thought you would, or something. You've all been through something, probably for every objection that you receive. Don't overthink it. Just share a story about it. Okay? That feel, felt, found. I totally understand how you feel. I felt that way too. I found that, blah. Okay? Every change begins with a no turning into a yes. So I thought that was cool too. Like, think about any change you've ever had to make in your life. Did you say yes right away? Probably not. You probably had some fear behind it, like quitting my job and moving to Denver. Do you think I said yes immediately? Like, did I want to, like, the first time I come to Denver, did I come back saying I want to move to Denver? Yeah. Did I think it was really going to happen? Not necessarily. But I just could not stop thinking about it, and I had to make it work, right? And then onboarding new coaches. So something that I'm working on right now is kind of looking at our new coach system, thinking about how I want it to really look. I'm not a huge fan of new coach groups. Not saying that it's the wrong way. There's not a right way to do it. It's always, everyone does it differently, but I'm trying to figure out exactly what information new coaches need, and kind of what they need to go through. Do they need to go through a group that has like 1 million posts every day? I think that's super overwhelming. So I'm trying to figure out exactly what I want that to look like. Brittany Leggett and Raina Odell. If you don't know, Raina Odell is like my favorite person ever. And she lives here in Denver, and we're going to become best friends. Just so you know, Raina, if you're watching. But they both did things very differently. They both had some sort of welcome email, whether it was super detailed or super simple, which we already kind of have as a system as well. Then they also create a welcoming culture. So right away, and we already do that. We introduce our new coach into the team page, but then what happens after that? I don't feel like right away they feel like they're all a part of the team. So I don't know if it's like hey, let's jump into like a call with a few of the coaches like that week. Like maybe that that just came to me right now. So like, for example, someone just posted a new coach today, let's say, and I start a thread in the comments of that post, like, hey, who can jump on a call with me and whoever their coach is and this coach, and just like a few of us just jumping on, just be like, hey, this is awesome. Like, this is what our team's like. Just a quick little welcoming call. I don't know. Not a getting started right. Not like any details of the business, but just like maybe the few people that are on the call share their story. I don't know. I think just that personal interaction really goes a long way and helps you feel like you're a part of it. Like, this is Michelle's first team call, I think. So hopefully it's making you feel a little bit more part of the team, just because you're like seeing me as a real person and hearing me talk, and like you're not really hearing anybody else today, but you're getting a little bit more sense of the team. And then I think they both kind of used the first 30, which is Beachbody's new coach system, but it sounded like Raina's it wasn't a group. She talked about doing new coach broadcasts right within the team page. So right within like the Fit Warriors, there would be new coach broadcasts. So that's something I'm brainstorming, and I'm not necessarily sure how it would be. Like, if it would be like the first week of the month, it would be new coach week. And then there would be like a series of posts, but it's right within the Fit Warriors. So say there was a new coach jumping in this month, then next month they weren't quite ready, but then 2 months later they were. Like, it was right in the new coach page. And then if you've already been a coach for a while, you're seeing those posts again. And maybe you'll pick up another nugget of information. I don't know. I'm not sure how I feel about it. Or maybe it's one new coach live broadcast every week. I don't know. I don't know yet. But I'm just kind of thinking things out loud right now with you guys, just so you know what I'm doing. I'm also creating a Fit Warriors website, so be excited about that, because that's going to have all kinds of training. I'm still going to keep the New Coach University as is, and people can use it if they want. I know some people are using it, some people are not, but I'm also going to put all that information in the Fit Warriors website. Not sure when it's going to be done, but I have started on it, so that's exciting. And it all is specific to the GEM test. So if you've never taken the GEM test, to let you know like what GEM you are, then you will be able to do that, and then you'll get training specific to what GEM you are, which is cool. So I'm a Sapphire Pearl, so I would go through the Sapphire training and the Pearl training, and then you can go through all of them, but you want to go through. I got this idea from Raina. I stole it from her website. But so basically, Sapphires want like the fun. So their videos, they still get a getting started right video and like a new coaches like start here video, but then they get videos about like recognition trips and success club trips and like all the stuff all the fun stuff, because Sapphires like fun. They like people. They like real exciting things. So that's the thing. That's what they want to know right off the bat. Whereas Pearls are people that just want to help. They're people pleasers. They don't want to make anybody upset. They want to help people all the time. So their videos will be all about kind of like the challenge groups, like specific videos to the challenge groups. And then Emeralds are more specific to like the organization and time blocking. And like, those are the first videos that they need to go through. And then Rubies, they like recognition too. So they would get recognition stuff. So it's kind of cool. But then there's all the videos for everyone to go through as well. I think Coach Basics is good, but it sucks that new coaches have to wait. We need a system that allows them to jump in right away. Agreed. Which is what the New Coach University is. So you can always use that. You can always throw them right into that. 5-star, that's what we were doing before. 5-part welcome email, and then they go right into the New Coach University, which is a system to jump in right away. But I'm thinking of even simplifying that more. So I will get back to you, Susan. It might be a 7-day kickstart group. It might just all be within the website and they just go there and go through everything. I think the group, I understand where the group can be good, and I will finish up here in a second. I know it's already 8 o'clock. It's 9 o'clock for some of you, or 10 o'clock for some of you. It's 8 o'clock here. This is nice. What was I saying? Oh, I know like being a part of the group like helps you to get to know the other new coaches, which I think is really good, but maybe we can just like connect them in another way. I don't know. So some things to think through. And then I am working on Push to Diamond. I know Susan has been asking for that too. So I'm definitely working on the Push to Diamond group. I was doing some stuff today with it actually. So I will get a date nailed down for that this week. I'm going to be running the sneak peek for Goal Getters next month. So I'm going to be looking for people to help with that. So after this one's done this week, I'll start asking people to create videos and stuff for that. So be on the lookout for that. What else? There's something else I wanted to share with you guys. Team Cup, everyone has a team, I think. So that's awesome. Make sure you're going through the training that Lindsay's having a baby in like a week. She put in a lot of hard work to put all these trainings together in the Goal Getters. Today was about inviting, sending birthday messages, and an A to Z list. I have not finished watching the video yet. I'm going to do it when I get off here because I do want to see what that A to Z is all about, because that sounds interesting. And the 12-week year. Does everyone have a group for the 12-week year? If you don't, go look for that post in the Goal Getters as well. Find somebody to partner up with, or a couple people to partner up with to set a plan. And really the 12-week year has you do these accountability meetings so that you're kind of checking in with each other on your goals weekly. So I have Courtney is going to be my partner for that. So, and I think that's it. I'm going to unmute you guys and see if anyone has any questions. Sorry, that was really long, but I'm like really hyped up. Does anyone have any questions or anything else you want to add or share? Or are you just tired? Hang on, Nora. You can stay on and we can talk after.
Am I unmuted?
Yeah.
Oh.
I unmuted everyone in case anyone had questions.
So should I start Michelle off with the university? Or the 5-part welcome?
5-part welcome. Yeah.
Well, right.
5-part welcome.
Okay. You didn't get that yet, Megan or Michelle, right?
No, I don't know what that is.
Okay.
All right.
I got to that will help. Just get everything set up and yeah. Are you talking to someone?
Oh, yeah.
See,
this is Nora.
Kid. Hi. You have a Nora too?
Right there.
Yeah, this is Nora.
Oh.
Oh, she's saying hi to you.
Hi.
I love all the kids. All right. Does anyone else have questions or anything? Hopefully that was a lot of information, especially probably for you, Michelle, being so new.
Oh, it's okay.
But hopefully you got some good things out of it.
Definitely. I'm excited.
Good. All right. Let's take a picture. Just
Oh,
want to get in, Nora?
Nora, you want to come here? Hurry up. Okay, smile.
All right. Smile. Ready? Awesome. Thanks, guys. All right. I will take pictures of my notes and post them in the group with this recording later. Sheila and Nora, if you want to stay on, we can chat some. So I can talk to Nora. And everybody else, have a good night.
Bye.